Hi everyone. I know it took a while, but I'm finally back. Due to the past year being really busy, I didn't really have the time to record another video. But in these past few months, I've seen my channel grow with a lot of new subscribers and one video reaching over 1 million views. So thank you everyone. In that video, I showed how to draw heads from any angle using the Loomis method. But in reading the comments, I saw you guys asking a lot of the same questions. Especially about me talking about another video where I show you guys how to draw facial features. And unfortunately, I realized I never made that video, so enough waiting, let's get into it. Let us first take a look at the frontal view. We start off by drawing a circle, loosely keeping the Loomis method in mind. If you want to know more about the basics of this technique, be sure to check out some earlier videos. Now we draw a line in the middle indicating the angle of the face, which is tilted slightly to the right. We shave off the sides and then make it into something like a square. Then we draw a line in the middle and another line at the bottom at a similar distance. Like I said in other videos, there's many ways of building up the shapes of the face, but I notice most people are comfortable with starting with the eyebrows. Now I lightly indicate the nose, and from there on I try to create the jaw lines. I know this might go a bit fast for some people, but be sure to just pause or rewind the video if that's the case. Some of the decisions I'm making while drawing might seem a bit difficult if you are just starting out, but this is a skill you can learn by practicing as much as possible. Also later in the video, I'll give some extra tips using basic shapes to build up your drawing. Now I'm placing a line indicating the mouth, in the middle between the nose line and the chin. Remember, it's okay to not get everything right from the first go. I still erase and adjust lines all the time myself. But for the sake of the flow of this video, I'm trying to do everything in one go. This also means that the proportion of these drawings in the video won't be perfect. I'm just trying to show you guys some basic tips and tricks to improve your sketching. Next up, I'm roughly drawing the placement of the two eyes. And building on that, I'm roughly sketching the lines of the side of the nose. Now I'm trying to further define the shape of the nose. From here on, I'm drawing a basic shape of the lips and an indication of the cheekbones. Here I'm sketching a bit of the hairline. Now we can start shaping the neck and the shoulder. You can see me using the top of the right eye as a reference point. You can actually do this with most facial features. Keep comparing the shapes, sizes and line directions in the reference to get a better understanding of the actual structure of the face. From here on, I can more easily estimate the shapes of the hair using the same method. Once I'm happy with the general form, I can start defining some of the lines and shapes even more. In this stage, I can still adjust some of the lines if I notice mistakes that I missed before. Here you can just see me adding some eyelids, some nose lines, and so on. Next up, we're gonna draw a side view. Again, we start off by drawing a circle. Then we draw a cross, indicating the direction, which is slightly tilted to the left. We draw another line in the same direction at the side of the circle, starting from the eyebrow line. Now, using this point, we can start shaping the silhouette. Starting with the eyebrow and the direction of the bridge of the nose. Then we move on to the lips and the chin. Here you can see me drawing a rough estimate of the jawline and the neck. Now that we have a general silhouette, I'm drawing the eyebrows, the eye, forehead and the shape of the hair. Around this point I can tell my sketch was a bit off, so I start shaping the nose a bit better and adding the nostrils. Also, I'm starting to refine the shape of the lips and the chin. As I'm reshaping all the lines, I keep looking back and forth between my reference and my drawing. It's better to get the general shape right before adding all the details. And with every layer, I can keep adjusting and reanalyzing before moving on to the next part. Now I'm adding the shape of the cheekbone and the ear. For the placement of the ear, I'm looking at the horizontal lines of the eyebrow and the nose and comparing it with the reference. It's still far from perfect, but I'm happy with this as a general shape. Should I later decide to work out more details and shading, I could still fine-tune everything and fix the smaller mistakes. One useful tip can be to draw multiple sketches instead of one detailed finished drawing. This way you can improve your understanding of how faces are shaped a little faster. So instead of getting frustrated on this one drawing that just doesn't work out, you can just move on to the next one and keep repeating the process. Alright, let's do one more before we move on to sketching more details using basic shapes. Once more, we start off with a circle. Then we indicate the direction of the face. We shave off the sides and draw our horizontal lines. Let's start off again by drawing the eyebrows. Then we move on to the direction of the nose bridge. And I'm also sketching the sharp cheek line. When drawing the nose, I'm following the strong shadow shapes under the nose. From there on, we can draw both sides of the mustache. Then all that's left is a small line for the mouth, the underlip and the beard. Now that we have all that in place, it's a bit easier to draw the side of the face. Here I'm using a line to locate the eyes, and then I move on straight to the hair. As you can see, I'm not always drawing facial features in the same order. It all depends on the reference and what feels the easiest to draw in the next step. After I got the general shape of the hair, I'm drawing the ear and the rest of the clothing. This was a bit of a quicker sketch to show you that it's possible to get a general shape of the head without using too much details. For this last example, I want to show you guys how to use different kind of shapes to create and measure facial features. We start off with a triangle shape for the nose, while being careful to draw the lines at the right angle. Next up, I found it easier to already round off the tip of the nose and draw the nostril. Here you can see the wrinkle of his cheek, so we tried to replicate that in the same direction. And here I'm drawing the top of the nostril. Then I try following this wrinkle line under the eye, which leads me with a straight line to the top. Then I try to redefine the shape of the top of the nose. From here on, it's easier to see where the edge of the mustache starts and to draw a line for the mouth. Keep paying attention so you draw the lines in the right angle. From the corner of this wrinkle, I draw a similar shape as in the reference. You can see me drawing a line straight down so I can compare the distance from the mustache and the mouth. Then I draw another curved line that represents the top eyelid, while still trying to get the angle of the lines right. Then I compare to get a general idea of the size of the other eye. Then I indicate the bridge of the nose. And I try to compare the lines in the eye to know where the lower eyelid sits. I decided it was about halfway. Once the lines were in place, it got way easier to draw the other lines that made up the shape of the eye. Since I felt happy about this general shape, it was time to really start defining some of these lines and adjust them if necessary. As you can see, sometimes all you need is a few lines and basic shapes to figure out where the facial features sit in relation to each other. I hope this video might help out some people who are struggling with this specific problem. If it did, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I always appreciate it. Well, that's it for now. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. You can always check out my channel for more videos like this where I teach you how to draw. See you in the next one.